Hey guys, it's Dan here with a new video, and today we're going to be making this. So, this is a bedside table, and the thing I'm going to highlight is actually how to make these really cool box joints that are super duper fat. I cut them by hand, and I used some power tools. So, we're going to show you all that stuff. I'm going to show you me attaching the legs. The people I'm making these for want them stained. I don't want to show it stained in the video because the contrast isn't going to be that good. But we're going to show it here so you can see a little bit better, so it's not dark and hard to see what's going on with the joints. As far as finishing goes, I will finish it. These are a couple of things that I had thought about, so like something that shows the grains, something that makes it darker. They chose the darkest one, so that's just going to make it harder for you to see on camera. That's why I'm not showing it on camera. Alright, let's get into the build. Oh, real quick, stick around to the end of the video to hear an announcement on why it took me a little too long to get this video out and any video out actually in the past month or so. And you'll see me explain a couple of things on that. So what you first do is cut out 4 pieces for a box. I'm making 2 boxes, so I got 2 bigger pieces and 2 smaller pieces. And then it's doubled, so 4 of them. Okay, I guess it stopped recording, but I have these clamps just on this corner, making sure that it's square, so that way when I do the other corners, they're going to be a lot easier to glue up. I'm going to let this dry, and once it's dried for an appropriate amount of time, start another corner and then go on to the final end. Okay, and now to get off all the clamps, I'm going to use the tape roll of helping. 1, you have to be really careful. 2, you have to really do it precisely. 3, on the count of 5. 4, 5. Okay, good. Excellent. I'm glad it worked. So we're going to start using that from now on because it's a lot faster than trying to take the clamps off myself. All right, let's get into the next part. So we're going to place a mirror down. We're going to try to get it really situated. We're going to try to make everything line up. Make sure it's all lined up perfectly. Get it about here. We're gonna see the image on the other side. Make sure that this is a really old mirror, maybe like your great grandmother's and covered in like dust and spider webs. All right, it's because we have to tap the image through. I think it worked. Then we just pull up. Oh, it worked. Oh, thank you. Okay. For the other box, I did a couple tests. I started with trying to sand these ends off, but I soon realized that a Japanese pull saw works a lot better for getting them flush first. And then, if you have any gaps that you're missing, for the first box I did a couple tests. I cut some slivers and glued them in, and then I used some sawdust and wood glue for the others. And they both look about the same, but the slivers look better, honestly. This side doesn't have any gaps, so it doesn't look like that. But this one has the wood glue and sawdust in it, so we're gonna cut all these off, sand them, and everything will be flush. And then we're gonna sand everything, and that's gonna be boring, so I'm not gonna show it. So we got it all sanded. Everything looks good. I got my TV on the ground right there, and that's going to be playing YouTube, but my phone's casting it, so if you look really close, You can see that it's really good edges and it looks amazing. It's all sanded smooth, so we're going to put the legs on. This is the test piece for the legs. And you can see that these screws don't have tips because, pro tip, if you have one of these and your screws are too long, these holes right here are made for cutting bolts. So you just put it into the size that's the closest and just snap it, and the tip just comes right off. So now all these screws are the right length, the ones that I have. Let's get to attaching these legs, and they're just going to be on the corners. So there's going to be really no measuring, just making sure the holes line up. That pro tip's actually pretty useful for making the screws the right length, but if you dig deeper inside the box of the legs you ordered, you might find that they have screws that are the right length for 3/4 inch material anyways. So I'm going to use these, take these out. And it also has little feet things to make it so it like doesn't scuff the floor or scuff the legs or something like that. Alright, so we got this whole bedside table made. We got everything sanded. We got these joints looking nice. Let's get a up close look at these actually. So if you look right here, there really is no visible lines in the gaps that I had. Did I do it on this one? The gaps that I had, you can't really see them. So it actually worked out really well. Yeah, so I think this one was filled with the wood glue mixture, and this one is filled with a piece of wood, and you can't really see it. So that's amazing. So I would recommend probably the piece of wood cut over the wood glue mixed with sawdust. But they both look about the same. You can't really tell. Alright, so as far as making things like this goes, I'm obviously getting paid to make them, but I also have a Patreon. So Patreon right here has these lovely people. These people throw money at me monthly to make videos and entertain you guys. If they keep on paying money and making all this stuff, then I'm going to start making more stuff. And you might see things like this come out. So we have all that support coming in. If you want to help, you can see the link in the description. You can check some videos over here where I'm making some stuff. I might be doing parkour also. You can see some links over here. If you're too lazy to look in the bottom, you can subscribe and look at my Patreon right here also. We will see you in the next video, but before we end, I was waiting for a printer to come because mine stopped working and it took way longer than it should have. I'll have an update video on that, but you can probably guess what I'm making. I have everything printed, so this is not everything.